I'd like to call order the Board of Selectmen meeting of May 6, 2024. Can we all stand for the pledge, please? Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're going to skip over announcements. First item on our agenda is the acceptance of the CIG contribution. Cuba Gilboa LLC is hereby submitting a $26,770 check donation to the town for the purpose of funding additional HMA tonnage costs associated with road resurfacing on North Street and Gilboa Street within the water and sewer infrastructure upgrade project. Any unused portion of the $26,770 donation will be applied towards the $300,000 equipment purchase account as set forth in section 6.1F of the development agreement between the town and the Cubes dated July 22nd, 2022. I need a motion from someone to accept this donation check of $26,770.
I'll make a motion to accept the donation check from the Cubes at Gilboa, the amount of $26,770.
Second.
I have a motion and second. Further discussion? Seeing as none, all in favor?
Aye.
Next thing on our agenda is the review and discuss the annual and special, we already did that, annual and special town meeting warrant articles. I have one article to discuss. I'll wait to see if anybody else has anything they want to talk about.
Well, I will say, I did walk the caves. Can attest that it's open space. I heard on the way here in the parking lot some concerns about limiting town options down the road while we'll always keep it an open space. I would probably veer towards no on that, just for the board's knowledge.
And I support your thoughts as well. The town administrator and myself were actually talking about this afternoon. And the problem's going to become if you ever wanted to change your mind and pull it back out of the conservation restriction, 2/3 vote legislation, which roll call, by the way, which may be a little troublesome to get, so it may be wise to decline that proposal.
Well, if we're doing that, I'll make a motion that we pass over Article
15?
I had it. 15?
Well, it's already printed in the warrant. I don't think we have the ability to, and that's gonna be a discussion that I want to bring up on the next article that I'm gonna talk about. All we could do is vote not to support it, I guess, is about all we could do. We can't vote to pass over it. That's a town meeting issue.
I don't believe that's true. I've passed.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
So,
yeah, no, I
if
think,
you know something different, please enlighten me.
I don't know if I know anything other than past precedent, and I believe this board has looked at an article and voted to pass over that article. With this board being ours, I think we still have control. I could be wrong, though.
Okay. Well, if you choose to do that, I'll support you in your endeavor, okay? Because there's another article, which is Article 16, and it's our stormwater bylaw. There's been a lot of chatter around it. I had assumed when it came to us that it had been properly vetted out. Apparently, it didn't go through all the necessary processes that it should have gone through. I just talked to the moderator for town meeting. He's going to talk to town council to find out what the process is to make the motion to pass over it. And so the question before us tonight is, do we want to do that as a board? If we don't, I'm gonna get up off the stage, walk down, sit in the audience and raise my hand if that's what I need to do. It's not a very good article at the way it's set up right now. What they were trying to capture, what started off, what they were trying to capture as part of our stormwater management requirements, there's 2 items that we're not in compliance with. There's management of construction site runoff and management of post-construction site runoff. Those were the 2 things they were supposed to capture, and I think they went a little over the top with it. On an email, and I think we all received it, that town administrator sent out on May 1st, and the administration desire is to pass over the article to form a stakeholders group to discuss the path forward to complying with our MS4 permit while dealing with the more challenging language in the draft bylaw. That's word for word as what was sent to us. It's also important to note that the day-to-day administrators of our local government have the duty to implement the laws that are written and to bring key information to our attention. And it's local laws as well as state laws as well as federal laws. And I think they're all part of this. Am I correct, Mr. Administrator? Yes. So again, I'll ask the question, do we want to do this as a group or as an individual? I don't mind standing up and representing the group if that's what we want to do. I would just like some input from you guys.
I think we're all on the same page here. We should do it as a group.
I'm in agreement.
Any comments, Tim?
No, just a question to Matt. If a legislative body or an executive branch votes on something that it has no authority on, it just goes into nowhere?
Well, that's the problem here, right? So whether it's the caves or the stormwater bylaw, the stormwater bylaw may not have the support of the Concom tonight, but in their meeting, they voted unanimously.
Not understanding what.
Maybe not
Yeah,
understanding
that's
fully.
That's my interpretation. Anyway.
But that is the only record vote there is in the public meeting. So this is a policy choice for you as a board. Do you want the boards that you appoint to have specific tasks, to have access to the warrant for items in their area of specialty? You know, it does come to you, but it may not come to you with the full explanation that you need to make an informed decision. So on a go-forward basis, I think that's probably where you want to draw the line and say, if you guys want to put this on the warrant, you're going to have either a joint meeting with the select board, or there's a point at which it closes. If you want to be in Maytown meeting, you're going to be done this business by the 1st of March, so the select board would have at least 4 meetings to do its own work. Because the way we've gotten to a point now where you're a big enough town, busy enough town, with lots of meetings going on, lots of places and lots of development, where keeping your awareness of everything at the level you want it to be, if you're asked questions on the floor of town meeting, could take a lot of your time. So we've just got to continue to refine the process and just make it a little bit more difficult to get to the warrant. In the 7 years I've been here, it's always been a fairly open process. Boards had access to the warrant without a whole lot of extra oversight. It's not a black or white choice. Each individual article could have its own rationale. I would flag a couple things for you. If there are people who are attending this meeting tonight only to vote on one of those 2 articles, as a courtesy to them, someone, the moderator or a member of the board, someone should have the floor and say, it is the board's recommendation and intention to pass over 2 articles here tonight. But until it's actually voted, it's on the warrant.
Correct.
So with
Well,
that,
and that's what the moderator had said to me. He said, even though the intention is to pass over it, it's not passed over until it's voted. So, because I asked him the same thing. I said, a request had gone into the town clerk about making people aware of the fact that it's going to be passed over, so that way they're not sitting here all night long. He says, but the problem with that is that's your intention, but it's not passed over until it's voted.
So parliamentarily, you could stand up and ask for items to be taken out of order and then ask that they be passed over.
So what's the process for that? You just,
Try to get the moderator to recognize you on a procedural vote at the
Yeah.
beginning of town meeting.
In advance of that, I'd make a motion that this board vote to pass over at the town meeting tonight, Article 15 and 16, citing a need for further study.
Second?
15 being what?
The games.
The case. Okay.
Property.
Motion's made and seconded. Any further discussion? Seeing there's none, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody else have anything else? Just a heads up, the citizens petition, the petitioner will be making an amendment on that to amend it. My impression is they're gonna amend it to just increase the fine, leave the language as is, increase the fine to $300 per day per incident. And that's it. Somehow or another, it got blown out of proportion. The only thing that I can assume on both of the articles, and the one we just passed over and this other one I'm speaking about now, is the motion probably got the best of them with all the problems we had in the last few months on two big projects in town. So with that, if nobody else has anything else, I'd look for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.